Hello, YouTube! Welcome in. We are watching some Yuji versus Denji death battle. We all know what we're in here for. Okay, let's see here. I will say it depends. Okay, it is Yuji versus Denji. I know Yuji is ridiculously overpowered. He's extremely powerful, strong, has all these crazy abilities. I'm pretty sure Denji wins this unless Yuji has Sukuna. I think Sukuna is Denji's way to, not Denji, Yuji's way to win this. However, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm just going to take an uneducated guess because I don't know how scaling works. I'm just going to give my 2 cents. I think I'm going to give this to Denji. Who do I want to win? I don't know. They're both crazy. I like Yuji though. He's fun. Anyway, let's watch.
Say your prayers.
I like that animation so far. It looked really nice. Anyway, I'm excited.
Yuji versus Denji.
The boy versus the boy.
Versus the Chainsaw Man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze
guys.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah.
If Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong.
Yeah.
As his grandfather lay dying, he made Yuji promise to help others and not to die alone.
A promise Yuji would keep.
Name, Yuji Itadori. Age, 83 years? What do you mean? What did I miss? What do you mean he's 83 years old? Huh? Height, 5'8", 173 centimeters. Weight, 176 pounds. Occupation, special grade sorcerer. Okay, occupation is special grade sorcerer and former vessel of Sukuna. I do know of the spoiler that he is no longer the vessel of Sukuna, so he likes Megumi, Nabara, Jennifer Lawrence, Yuko, themes and such. Dislikes Sukuna, Mahito, and mass murder. Honestly, decent things to dislike.
By joining Jujutsu High, a school for up-and-coming sorcerers training to rid the world of curses.
Essentially monsters manifested by humanity.
Pain, regret, humiliation. The more people dwell on bad memories, the more these places become receptive to those feelings. Yeah, that's just how things go. Humans are very empathic creatures, so the more we dwell on negative shit, the more everything just gets shittier around that area. Classic youngsters at 83. Wait until they hit college at 164. Yuji the boy, yes.
Fears, hatreds, and anxieties.
Just one problem for Yuji. Unlike everybody else, he didn't have a magical curse technique. Oh no, he had something way worse.
After consuming a cursed finger, like a literal finger, Yuji became possessed by its original owner, the king of curses, Ryomen Sukuna, the most powerful sorcerer in history.
And Yuji's willpower was the only thing holding Sukuna back from controlling his body, killing everything in sight, and taking over the world.
So Yuji got to know his surly new roommate, and perhaps one day he would show him a kinder, gentler path.
Nope. I'm sorry, that is literal Satan. I don't think that's fucking happening. Sorry, bud.
Classic shonen hero's journey if I've ever heard one. Yuji would track down and nosh on the rest of Sukuna's cursed fingers before they caused any more trouble.
Fulfilling his late grandfather's wish to use his strength in service of others, surrounded by friends.
Helps that he's getting a first-rate education from the strongest.
Imagine just getting possessed by Satan and just being able to nope him. Even for a little bit, that is extremely impressive. That is hugely impressive.
Sorcerer alive today, Gojo.
Gojo would teach Yuji to harness
Abilities and arsenal. Cursed energy, physical reinforcement, divergent fist, black flash, reverse curse technique, binding vows, barrier techniques, new shadow styles, simple domain, domain expansion, blood manipulation, convergence, piercing blood, shrine, cleave, and dismantle. Wait. Weren't cleave and dismantle the Sukuna abilities? Also, he got blood manipulation as well. Is that because he's got like this weird relationship with that one sorcerer that came out of absolute nowhere for me? The 6668 manga needs an anime? Probably. Also, does Yuji get himself his own domain expansion? Guys, all I am is just a filthy casual. I've only watched the anime and I haven't even caught up with it, so I really should have done that before watching this video. Anyway, let's find out.
And manipulate the absolutely absurd amount of cursed energy he inherited from Sukuna.
Cursed energy is basically like evil ki, and Yuji can use it to see invisible curses and enhance his already superhuman strength and martial arts skills he learned from his gramps, making him a monster in close quarters combat.
Yuji knows Taido, a Japanese martial art derived
Japanese martial art created in 1965 by Seiken Shukumin, 1925 to 2001. The word Taido means way of the body. Taido has its roots in traditional Okinawa karate. Okay. So it's just a baby martial arts. That's fun.
From Okinawan karate. It focuses on agility and flexibility with the inclusion of spins, twists, tumbles, drops, rolls, and fleet footwork.
Which he combines with jujutsu techniques like divergent fist. Yuji strikes an enemy so fast that his cursed energy takes a second to catch up, hitting his opponent twice and messing up their rhythm.
By perfect
Oh, so that's how that works. So you punch them with your fist, and then you punch them with the spirit energy as it follows. Okay, interesting.
timing and applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a hit, Yuji can achieve the Black Flash, increasing the power of his hit by a factor of 2.5. A feat that would require reaction speeds nearly 1,000 times faster than sound.
It's basically impossible to do at will. You're so in the zone when
Gojo stated he can perform the Black Flash at will in if all that was needed was the timing. This shows the microsecond reaction and necessary that microsecond reactions are necessary for sorcerers to use Black Flash. So Gojo can't actually use Black Flash at will? How should I put it? It's like that the feeling that you're the center that everything else revolves around. And it doesn't matter if the first time was done out of pure luck or skill. When successfully using Black Flash, Jujutsu sorcerers are in a zone similar to what athletes experience. Interesting.
you pull it off, then it fully restores your cursed energy and boosts your output to 120%.
Yuji's Black Flashes are so strong in particular, the author himself stated that 5 in a row would have been enough to instantly kill the special grade curse, Jogo.
Jogo. That poor bastard. That poor bastard was put into the show only to get clowned on the entire time. Like, they wanted to make sure you knew that Jogo was an impressive curse spirit. But at every turn, they just made him into a joke, and it was so sad. That poor bastard. Hanami is super tough. Jogo is technically stronger, considering how their elemental types match up, than Hanami. However, if he were to ever to receive 5 of Itadori's Black Flash attacks on top of Toto's cursed energy infused playful Cloud Strike, as Hanami has at this point, he would die instantly. Jeebus. I love characters like that. I do too, but it's also very sad.
Who did this? And this? And this?
How many has Yuji ever done in a row, you ask? 7.
And that's not even the nastiest thing about Yuji's punches.
Because another soul resides in his body, Yuji learned how to target the soul itself, doing damage to opponents who could normally regenerate from his hits.
Yeah, this pink-haired brat was a jujutsu prodigy, perfect for Gojo's dream. You see, it's lonely at the top, and Gojo wanted to train a crop of pupils powerful enough to share the burden of reforming Jujutsu society.
Until one fateful battle when Gojo was sealed away and Sukuna took over Yuji's body, then proceeded to
commit a very bad atrocity with Yuji's body. Oh man, this was a moment.
well, commit that whole mass murder thing he was always going on about.
Yeah, turns out Sukuna is evil. Like,
Very.
really, totally, completely, irredeemably evil.
And it also turns out that every twist and turn in Yuji's life was orchestrated by the body-hopping sorcerer Kenjaku in order to resurrect Sukuna and bring about the curse apocalypse.
In Yuji's eyes, something he was completely responsible for. And so, having failed his grandfather, Yuji's outlook shifted.
No longer would he fight to protect others, but to kill curses.
And after Sukuna hopped bodies into Yuji's best pal Megumi, the King of Curses became numero uno on Yuji's shit list.
Yuji's defeated powerful disaster curses like Hanami and Mahito, survived being slammed so hard he cratered the earth, and is comparable to sorcerers like Maki, who tanked getting rammed through entire mountain ranges.
Yuji also learned how to use super advanced.
So he's a monster. He's an absolute monster. So he might actually have a chance. Once again, I don't know his full capabilities. I'm still questioning what you mean by him being 83 years old. Right? Am I really missing something here?
Advanced abilities like reverse curse technique to heal himself from crazy damage. Like getting his torso shredded into chili. Ugh.
Yeah.
And in some other sorcerers' cases, even regrowing lost limbs.
Though it takes a lot of energy to regenerate blood. So after going on a cursed object feeding frenzy, he learned how to manipulate his own blood to speed up his healing. Or fire it like a blood beam.
Oh.
A poisonous blood beam.
All of that combined
So he learned how to... Okay, so he learned how to use his brother's ability. Okay.
made Yuji just tough enough to finally take on the King of Curses. Although greatly weakened after his victory against Gojo,
Rip. Literally.
Sukuna was still
Wait, Sukuna defeated Gojo? Man, this is the whole Dumbledore situation all over again. Snape killed Dumbledore at the end of that one book. Everyone was spoiling it at all turns. What the hell?
the de facto strongest being alive. But after hitting him with a Black Flash, Yuji actually copied Sukuna's main ability.
Gojo's plan all along.
This was Prime. With it, Yuji can slice apart any surface he touches, an enemy's flesh, the ground beneath him, even the boundary between two souls in one body. Enough hits can even cause those two souls to separate.
Like a souped-up version of his normal punches.
Even better, Yuji finally gained access to the most powerful weapon in any sorcerer's arsenal, a domain expansion.
Basically, a pocket dimension created by the sorcerer where their ability will hit no matter what. No.
Literally every D&D group at some point will try and make a domain expansion as a spell for D&D.
Contact needed. If you're trapped in Yuji's domain, you're getting sliced to ribbons.
With all his power and training and righteous fury, Yuji severed Sukuna's soul from Megumi's body, freeing his friend from the demon's clutches. But
Nice.
not before offering Sukuna one last chance at redemption.
Which he rejected before dying because, well, evil. Leaving Yuji to grow into one of the most fearsome sorcerers in history.
Turns out the cursed objects that Yuji consumed made him part curse and slowed his aging to a crawl, giving him decades of training and battle experience.
He's mastered blood manipulation, can pull off black flashes at will, and shredded entire cities apart with Shrine. Just like Gojo and Sukuna before him, he became the strongest.
But what actually
Surpassed Gojo, Nanami, and Sukuna's Black Flash records. Dodged piercing blood, withstood Mahito cratering him into the earth. Created a 4-mile wide dust explosion with dismantle. Jesus. Kept on fighting with his liver pierced. Became a special grade sorcerer. Defeated Eso, Mahito, Higurama, and Sukuna. Guys, I'm pretty sure that if that's the case, I think actually my money's on Yuji. I did not know all this fucking lore. I did not know all this lore. Oh my god. Okay. I'll put it this way. The last bit of information I got from Jujutsu Kaisen was the Shinjuku incident and him defeating Mahito. Those were the last episodes I saw. So, just wait till Denji. Oh god, it gets crazier? Okay.
makes someone truly strong? For Sukuna, it was the power to stand alone atop all others. But to Yuji, it was the opposite.
The only reason he had survived as long as he had was because of the mercy and sacrifice of his friends.
So Yuji brought together friends and allies, new and old, to create a world eventually free from curses entirely, fulfilling not just Gojo's wish, but his grandfathers as well.
Because if Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong.
Yeah. Okay, Yuji's a goat. Oh my god, he is the goat. Damn. Also, I had no idea that Gojo died. How the hell did they kill off that guy? Like, he was untouchable. I'm going to have to catch up. I gotta catch up.
Wiz, if there are two truths in this world, two universal constants, it's these. Life sucks.
The analysis contains spoiler for the entire Chainsaw Man manga. Heads up, everybody. I mean, we found that out with Yuji, so just a heads up.
And then you die.
Especially for the young boy, Denji.
Who was so poor and unlucky.
Denji, age 18, height 5'8". Oh, they got the same height. They're the same height. Neat. Occupation, high school student, and devil hunter. Cannibal? Oh, that's right. Denji has had to do everything he's possible in order to survive. Canonically sold one of his balls. And his eye. So technically two. Likes Nayuta, Asa, themes and such. Dislikes cults, honey traps, and vomit. Ew.
He doesn't even know his last name.
With an alcoholic father forever indebted to the Yakuza, and a diet consisting of whatever garbage he could get his hands on, all Denji had in this world was his dog, Pochita.
Who happened
That's one weird-ass looking dog.
to have a chainsaw sticking out of his face. Really putting the tear in Terrier.
Pochita wasn't an actual dog, obviously. He was a devil. Monstrous superpowered beings literally from hell that are created by and represent humanity's worst fears.
The more that name is feared, the more powerful the devil itself.
In Pochita's case, literally the personification of chainsaws.
Oh, he's so cute. Who would be afraid of chainsaws? They're the most versatile tool in the world. Perfect for chopping trees, opening cans, massacring your foes.
Apparently, Pochita had no problem with that last part, as he and Denji hunted down and killed his devil brethren.
It's a tough job, but when selling your testicles won't pay off your dad's debts, it'll do.
That is, until Denji was cornered and forced to learn about those two universal constants. Life sucks, and then you die.
But sometimes, if you're really unlucky, there's a third option.
Born from his and Pochita's contract, a literal deal with the devil, Pochita would become one with Denji's body in exchange for Denji to live a happy life.
And so
What a nice devil. Look, man, I'll wake you up, but I want you to live a happy life. Okay? Do that for me.
two fused into a half-human, half-devil hybrid, the Chainsaw Man. AKA a one-man, blood-soaked devil-slaying machine. The perfect candidate for the public safety devil hunters, led by this piece of work. With nothing controlling him but his raging teenage hormones, Denji would battle all of devil kind in the hopes of one day getting laid.
And he was a
literally his entire goal in life is just he wants a girlfriend and he wants to get laid. But not by anybody. Not by just anybody. It has to be somebody he truly actually cares about. Unfortunately, it ended up being one very in particular unpleasant person. If devils are born from a collective fear of society, is there a job application devil born from the Twitch user base? In all honesty, yes, but it would be the weakest fucking devil in the world because mostly everybody's afraid of the job application as a meme, I think. So it'd just be like, it would be unironically about as strong as Pochita was, but like even more so. It would literally just be like Bill. It would look like Bill. the rolled up paper.
natural at killing, not getting laid. As the Chainsaw Man, Denji can slice through just about anything and generate new chainsaws from any surface of his body.
Or swing him around on massively long chains. Oh man, that's so cool.
It helps that Denji
Ability and arsenal, devil philosophy, blood-fueled regeneration, chainsaws. Extendable chains. Applicable to any part of his body, he can turn objects into chainsaws? Okay. Pochita. Existence erasure via consumption. Yeah, I've heard of that. And Denji Man. Denji and Pochita fully fused. Wait, what?
He is incredibly powerful, capable of lifting and throwing cars, surviving being blasted through several buildings, and moving way faster than the eye can see.
And if he happens to get torn apart by some ornery devil, no biggie, because he can regenerate from just about anything.
Denji has survived being sliced to pieces, having his head torn off, being dipped in
See the stomach acid coming down? I'm sure that's what dissolves all those people before, huh? People listen in people power listened in silence. She thought she heard some other tone mixed in with the roar of the blasting acid and the roar of the devil. When was the last time you saw Denji? Right before when I went to wake you up. He was asleep and tied up at the time. That means Denji is still in the gut. Yes, but what about it? When Power raised her voice, Kenzo said in surprise, "What? He's from the Public Security Bureau? What kind of place is the Public Security Bureau? Oh yeah, Power, you sold me out." When Denji suddenly realized what was happening and started running, acid rain poured down on him without mercy. Ah, jeez, what the hell?
demonic stomach acid for hours, and even getting his heart ripped out.
Haven't we all?
Devils' innate regeneration should also make them resistant to poison. Yeah. The violence fiend is constantly exposed to poison gas and yet remains unharmed. Okay, fair enough. Vanta, have you never watched Chainsaw Man? For you, I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Chainsaw Man didn't regenerate his heart. Oh no, his heart regenerated a Chainsaw Man.
Even separating Denji and Pochita won't stop.
Huh? Okay.
When Denji was stuck in this alternate dimension, he and Pochita still possessed a metaphysical connection.
With their stomachs.
While his healing factor can be overtaxed, all he needs to do is drink some blood and he's back to full health.
And considering that chainsawing devils apart is basically an infinite blood exploit, he almost never runs out, only limited by the violence-induced psychotic frenzy he enters in combat.
Well, he's not actually crazy. Denji might
Oh no, he's crazy. But he's mostly stupid.
be, okay, definitely is an under-socialized moron led by his dick, but he's surprisingly clever in combat.
Almost always thinking outside the box and coming up with so dumb they're brilliant strategies to take on devils that should be too strong for him.
In short, Denji was the perfect soldier and was rewarded for his efforts with something that began to resemble a happy life. Aki, the stern older brother, Power, the bratty younger sister, and Makima, his boss and the girl of his dreams.
Oh, Denji had
It's like a high school romance video. It's fun, right? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, no, this anime is wild. I mean, if you can stomach the gore and all that's in it, it's a great anime. But if you're not good with gore, I probably wouldn't recommend it, because it happens a lot.
to do to finally score with that dead-eyed redhead was to kill the most fearsome devils in existence, like the Typhoon Devil, who created a massive hurricane, or the Bomb Devil, who could blow up most of a city, or the Gun Devil, who could travel around the world and kill over 1 million people in about 5 minutes.
But
Damn.
plot twist, he had to kill Makima too, because she was secretly the Control Devil, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Everything she told Denji was a lie. The happy life he created, the family he made, all of it was designed to be torn down.
All with
Bang.
one goal, to force Denji to break his
Yeah, this is heartbreaking. Like, thankfully I knew a lot of these spoilers going into it, even though I'm only caught up with the animes currently. I do know about the spoilers of Makima, and yeah, no, that what she does is messed up.
contract with Pochita and become her servant, Order 66ing every devil she didn't like. But when Denji
While Denji and Pochita have been separated for extended periods, this was because Denji did not want to rejoin. Oh, the two can reunite much more quickly if they want to. True. And yes, that scarf that's on him right now, because that is a scarf, is made of intestines. He has 4 arms in this form. He has 5 chainsaws? It's a little, overcompensating, don't you think?
did break, Pochita took over.
Now Now, Pochi might look cute and cuddly, but the Chainsaw Devil is one of the strongest and scariest dudes in the universe, capable of tearing through hordes of devil hybrids like nothing.
More than enough to give Denji his opening to beat Makima by cutting her up into sashimi and eating her whole. A
Yep.
very similar solution to the Chainsaw Devil's most powerful ability.
Anything Pochita eats gets deleted from existence. Yeah, like it never happened in the first place. World War II? Gone. AIDS? Nada. Nuclear frickin' bombs? A light tasty afternoon snack, thank you very much. Forgive me, chainsaws. I knew not your power.
He also ate the Death Devil. Yes, Denji ate death, which means no one on Earth could die.
Oh. That's a little messed up.
You think that's messed up? Let's
Yeah.
talk about his next romance, Asa.
A sweet, shy, awkward girl, perhaps Denji's one true love, except for the fact that she shares a body with Makima's sister, Yoru, the War Devil.
Who herself is in love with the greatest warmonger of them all, the United States of America.
And Yoru was determined to use her love of the USA to drown the world in a ceaseless hurricane of blood.
Oh my
Denji,
God.
buddy, you ever considered maybe switching to guys or something? Because every single woman you meet has tried to kill you.
It was in Denji's
Feats. Lifted a car and large chunk of earth. Dodged a spear traveling from the moon to earth. Jesus. Took a nuclear punch to the face. Regenerated just from his heart. Outwitted the aging devil. Survived a sword strike containing the massive Oregon. These beats, oh my God. Hentai is also trying to process all this shit. Defeated Reze, Makima, Yoru, and Santa Claus? I beg your finest pardon? What?
climactic battle with the War Devil that his and Pochita's
Santa!
bond finally matured, giving Denji full control of the Chainsaw Devil's power. A kind of Denji man, I guess.
Which he used to kick the War Devil's ass. And she was no joke, strong enough to shoot Pochita from across the globe with a near light speed 2-ton bullet from the goddamn Statue of Liberty. Better yet, Yoru was so powerful, she turned Oregon into a sword. Yes, the state of Oregon. Crumple the entire landmass into a blade, fly it over to Japan, and swing it at Denji. And he
What do you mean? Santa, I don't know. All weapons made by Yoru, like the aquarium sword, contain the mass of the object or locale she has ownership of. Given her weapons gain power and the more attachment she has to the object, the Oregon sword's power should exceed the Statue of Liberty bullet.
matched its power.
She also threw the American
Wait. Back up.
And swing it at
I didn't even
Denji.
look at that picture.
And he
The sword is literally just it's just a sword that says Oregon. Like, she took the actual state of Oregon and made it into just a handheld sword. Okay.
matched its power.
She also threw the American flag at him. The one on the moon. You know, the moon in space. In seconds. And he dodged it.
With the whole
Nope.
world literally falling apart, Pochita realized that becoming Chainsaw Man made Denji's dream for a normal life impossible.
Something Denji was always too stubborn and selfish to realize until it was too late.
So Pochita did what any good dog would do. Eat himself and erase the Chainsaw Devil from existence, creating a new world without him and leaving Denji just Denji.
But maybe all this time, Denji was enough. Being Chainsaw Man could not save his loved ones, but being Denji could.
Because, sure, life sucks and then, yeah, you'll die. But while you're stuck in between, chasing your dreams with your buds can help make life worth living.
Aw. So it ends with Pochita just ending the Chainsaw Man experience, period? That's crazy. Wait, wouldn't ending Makima have done the same thing, kind of? let him beat Chainsaw Man still? Weird.
All right, the battle's about to start. But first, pitch calls are back. Yep. Hey,
Hi.
I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And we've reopened Death Battle pitch calls on the Death Battle store. It's a way for you to meet with Ben and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us your favorite matchup you always wanted to see over a video call.
That's right, a lot of the episodes we're working on right now are being made because of a pitch. But to give each pitch the time it needs, there is a limited number available.
So grab them quick before they're gone. Last time we sold out in just under an hour, which
Jesus.
absolutely blew our minds.
Oh,
Death
that's
Battle
already
pitches are
sold out,
available
guaranteed.
right now on our website, deathbattle.gg. It's kind of like our own private Patreon with a bunch of extra stuff in every episode of Death Battle ever.
And if you're a website member, you get first dibs. First it'll be available to chroniclers, then archivists, and so on.
It wouldn't matter, wacko. Wow, so even in the Chainsaw universe, which is made in Asia, still believe US made it to the moon. Can they show this to flat earthers? face reveal, oh my god.
Plus, members get a pretty sweet discount on the store, so it's a big deal.
Let's get to the battle, but don't forget to grab your pitch at deathbattle.gg. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
All right.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, so based on everything that that we've learned, like, I'm still kind of leaning towards Denji, but I'm definitely back and forth on this one right now. Yuji makes a lot of sense for the win. Denji just seems extremely overpowered just in general, but I'm pretty sure based on all the feats that they gave, Yuji might take the win on this one. So I'm going to stick with my original assumption and either be pleasantly surprised or baffledly, like, confused and vindicated, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll actually get a win for once. Whoops. Oh.
Oh no! You're fine. You're fine.
They are not fine.
This wasn't my fault. I've never felt such weird cursed energy like his before. Say your prayers.
Why? Well, fair enough. Look, we don't need to make everything just completely believable. We're just going to, you know, get into it. Give us some action. And also, animation.
You're a chainsaw curse?
Oh no! I'm the hero to all! Kicker of asses! Magnet to chicks! Half man, half devil! Chainsaw man!
Beheaded. They nailed the voices pretty much. They nailed the voices on this one. Damn, they're doing great.
Let's finish this! Chainsaw instant death technique!
Oh, Denji, you are not taking this seriously, and I love you for it. Oh.
Batter up, pink-haired punk-ass bitch!
You just got slapped by your own hand. Oh, well, fair enough then.
Wait for it. I realized you had two cursed energy sources in one body, so I separated them. Speaking of...
Well, that's not going to stop that. Just...
Domain expansion.
Chop, chop, motherfucker.
Yeah, you Pochita and I are brothers! You'll never keep us apart!
You sure about that? Yeah.
Domain expansion.
Wait. I beg your finest fucking pardon. Wait, come again? Nut shots. Oh, it's with the nut shots.
Finally got you to stop moving! See? We can be smart too, huh?
Punk ass bitch.
Black Flash!
Shrine.
Oh. Okay, he does require blood in order to regenerate. I do know that much. So where was he getting the blood in order to regenerate during Shrine? That's my question. Oh!
Human and a curse. Brothers. You don't see that every day.
Interesting.
All right, Pochita. I wonder if that burger place is still open.
I'm not sure I 100% agree, but once again, you know what? I'll take the win. I'll take the win. Okay, let's get the breakdown on that.
Oh! If Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong. Just not strong enough today.
Let's break this down into 4 chapters. Their speed, skill, abilities, and power.
First off, who was faster?
Yuji's greatest speed feat is the Black Flash. In order to apply cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a strike, Yuji would have to move and react at over 900 times the speed of sound.
Insanely fast. But remember that time Denji dodged that flag that Yoru summoned from the moon? You know.
I'm sorry, but I mean, like, I don't know if that fully counts as him having the... I don't know. Sukuna contends with Kashimo's EM waves and Jacob's ladder, but his relative speed is unclear. He could have avoided the EM waves before they were fired. Higher end calculations of the moon spear puts Denji faster than both. I see.
The one that's over 200,000 miles away?
Considering Denji's position from start to impact, all while in the midst of a fast-paced battle, this must have happened in a matter of seconds.
We'll lowball it and say 10, though it'd probably have to be faster to use against Denji in a fight.
This means the flag must have been moving over 12% the speed of light.
Over 100 times faster than the Black Flash.
Now, Yuji has gotten significantly stronger since his adolescence, but we know for a fact that in Jujutsu Kaisen,
But that's the thing. It took 10 seconds for that thing to come down. All Denji would have needed was a little bit of awareness and could have been like, oh, that's coming. I'm just going to make sure I'm just not going to be in this spot. Yuka's Maharaga is confirmed to be the strongest, to be stronger than the one Gojo battled. Despite this, Deborah outsped and overpowered it with his light technique. So not even top tiers in Jujutsu Kaisen reliably scale, especially since it was a technique and not Deborah's natural speed. I see.
relativistic speeds are something humanity has explicitly not yet achieved.
So it's pretty clear that Denji takes speed.
However, Yuji has made a career out of going up against enemies far out of his league by relying on his skill.
And what a career it's been! He defeated the King of Curses all before he was even an adult, and he continued to train and master his jujutsu techniques for decades.
Whereas Denji, while certainly a clever, unorthodox fighter, would often get by due to his sheer stubbornness and durability more than anything else.
With Yuji's greater experience and martial arts combined, he was definitely the more skilled fighter.
What wasn't as clear-cut was who had the better abilities.
Specifically, how well they can cut each other and how well they can heal from being cut. So I guess it's their cut ability.
Both could survive pretty insane wounds, though Denji's devil healing factor was superior.
The most Yuji has ever...
Once again, though, he needs blood for that. And he wasn't getting any blood within the domain expansion whatsoever. So, like, while Yuji, all he needs to do is just use curse technique, which he has a shitload of. Honestly, I think Yuji's healing factor was way stronger than Denji's, wasn't it? Granted, Denji's able to come back from anything, but it requires a source. I don't know, I'm not 100% on this one.
healed were some big slashes against his stomach.
And while other similarly powerful sorcerers like Gojo could regenerate lost limbs, Denji could regenerate almost all of his body from a single cord pull. That being...
Denji's poison resistance and regenerations counter Yuji's poisonous blood. Well, yeah. As death painting womb's poison has been cured through reverse curse technique, Denji would have little issue drinking Yuji's blood or powering through blood manipulation. Well, yeah.
Said, Yuji's soul targeting attacks have done lasting damage against those with superior healing like Mahito.
Not just that, but literally splitting two souls apart. That's how he beat Sukuna, and he could potentially do the same thing to break apart Denji and Pochita.
However, it's not so simple. Sukuna was already severely weakened at the time, and it took Yuji several hits to separate him and Megumi.
And on top of that, even if Denji and Pochita were split up, we know they keep a metaphysical connection when apart. In fact, they were split up when they were fighting Makaba, and they had no problem rejoining. No reason they couldn't do it again here.
However, Denji's healing factor isn't unlimited. He'll need blood to heal eventually, and the range and speed of Yuji's slashes would force Denji to tank them to get up close.
Yeah.
Even if he could, Yuji's healing factor wouldn't last nearly as long against...
Yuji could theoretically block Denji's chainsaws by coating his hands in slashes. But Denji's greater speed means Yuji couldn't react in time. I don't know about that one. Pochita often begins fights by speed blitzing, such as his battle with Makima. Okay.
Denji's chainsaws, but then Yuji could back off, Denji chase him, and so on.
Like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, neither had a clear edge in cut ability.
So what it ultimately came down to was power. Who could do the most damage and wear the other guy down first?
Yuji slicing apart an entire city is one of the most impressive feats in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. By measuring the clouds of dust created in his...
We're going to base Chainsaw Devil Denji's power based off of the Typhoon Devil, aren't we?
Attack's weight, we can estimate he launched over 5.5 million tons of debris into the air. That kind of force is equivalent to over 3 megatons of TNT, comparable to a hydrogen bomb.
But unfortunately for Yuji, while he could cut apart a city, Denji was Oregon level.
The state of Oregon is the 9th largest in the Union by total area, nearly 100,000 square miles. By estimating its...
Yuji's dismantle could reach greater yields depending on the dust density used. However, when the highest options would be dozens of times weaker than Chainsaw Man's best feats, these feats also surpass Yorozu's construction technique and Kenjaku's durability.
Volume, Yoru compressed a mass weighing over 750 trillion tons. One swing from that sword would hit with an energy of over 30,000 megatons of TNT.
Which is like 10,000 hydrogen bombs. And not only did Denji survive a swing, he straight up overpowered it. That's insanely strong, but not inconsistent.
People of Oregon, give me your power!
Like the time Yoru fired that globe-spanning near-light-speed bullet from the Statue of Liberty.
Sure, Yuji's citywide dismantle was done casually, but so was Yoru crumpling Oregon. Yuji's dismantles would need to be 1,000,000% stronger to do significant damage to Denji.
Especially with Denji's OP healing factor, too.
Denji takes the final edge in power. All Denji needed was one good hit to finish the fight. And with his far greater speed, it was only a matter of time.
What can I say, Yuji? Denji's
I-
just got that dog in him.
Guess.
The winner is
Like, I had the right guess right from the get-go, right? And somehow I'm kind of sore about this one. I feel silly.
Denji, the Chainsaw Man.
Next time on Death
Okay, what do we
Battle.
got next? Okay. Oh, is this Superman versus fuck, what's his name?
Subscribe and join.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime. Oh, interesting. Never satisfied. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Honestly, though, it was really good. It was a good death battle. Just, I don't know. Something felt off about that one. Satisfied? Not even once. Nope. I don't know. It felt off. Maybe I'm overthinking something. It's just weird. You know what? I'll take the win. I'm just going to take the win. Anyway, bye. What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over on twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.